Hey everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. So today is Inspire Me Thursday, and I, okay, I'm going to be transparent again. I totally recorded an entire video that you guys will never see because I deleted it. I got inspired by the most amazing lady. Her name is Dragana, and her channel is Saacibo here on YouTube, and I was inspired to make this lovely snippet closure for my art journal, okay? And it came out beautiful. Now, I went to do one for you guys, or with you guys, and I totally screwed up. I mean, it looks okay. It's cute. It's cute. But when I sewed my words on, I ended up sewing part of this that needed to be sewn to bring it together, and then when I went to sew it together, I had not left enough material on the side, and it got messed up. So I ended up using Fabrifix, and I glued it, you know, the backer together, which is fine for my use. I'll be using this myself. I had been making it for me anyway. I love blue, like I've said, and so yeah, this is mine. So they're both going to be for me, but I am going to practice this method that I am learning from her. But today we're going to take from her inspiration, and I am going to utilize the same concept and make us a really pretty, hopefully a really pretty snippet roll, because I have tons of extra material that I had cut. And so, yeah, I thought, well, let's just do the snippet roll itself, because we all like snippet rolls, right? So what I do when I make a snippet roll usually is I get my material, and I'm using a muslin. It's a little bit thicker. It's the one that I got from Amazon. You can also get it at Walmart, super cheap, and you can get you a couple yards of it, you know, for under 10 bucks. And it's I like this one. The other one I have is a thinner muslin, and I think for this snippet roll, let me check here real quick. See, this other one I have is a thinner muslin, and it's really great too. Actually, I probably should use that one just because it's thinner and I'm going to be building on it. So hold on, I'm going to pause for a second and grab it. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I grabbed my thinner piece, and I think I will use that because, like I said, we're going to be building layers of cloth, and it'll make it a little bit easier for us to go through, for our needle to go through. I'm looking here on my desk, and I don't see my good scissors. Oh well, they're probably behind me somewhere. Anyway, so what I do when I want an even cut and I don't want to have to measure and everything is, or a relatively even cut, is I just fold my material up, and I know I want it to be around 2 inches, so I'm going to do it about right there. Now, if I had my scissors, which I know they're right here. Oh, here they are. They're behind me. So I'm just going to cut. Okay. I do this with, especially with material that is really slippery, like laces and, you know, satins and stuff. And so now I open it up, and I've got a full strip. Okay. So because I'm going to make this, I'm probably, let's do this strip at about, I see an uneven spot here I want to trim off. I'm going to probably do this, I don't think I need a full strip of it. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off a chunk of this. So mine is approximately, I'll get me a ruler and check. Let's see. Mine's approximately 2 feet, I would say, okay? And that way I've got a nice chunk to use when I want a piece of it. I like to use these, like I've said before, I normally do the fabric collages, I call them, but they're basically snippet rolls without the the thin strip. It's just a big piece of fabric, and I collage on it, and then I cut it down into strips and make my front and back pockets and stuff. I'm gonna move my camera just a little bit so we're in a better position here to see. I'm gonna bring it over. Here's my machine. Now what I've done is I have cut up a bunch of material in small squares. Okay, like I've got this crochet lace, I've got regular lace, I even have a few ruffles I'd made prior that look cute. And as you can see on the front of this, it's different quarters, not quarters, but different pieces of cloth that are stacked on top of one another and then gathered as you sew, okay? And I was using this here to kind of press, and I know it's I know what it is, but you know, it works. I was using it to kind of press underneath the foot and push the material so that it goes in better. Sorry guys, I'm making sure you can see better what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so now it's, you know, like right in my face. So there we are. All right. So anyway, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put my material here, and I am going to just take a few pieces, okay, of what I want. And I think I'll go ahead and put a fabric at the bottom. This is some feathers on a piece of blue feathers that look really cool. And most of my stuff is blue. That's my theme for this particular snippet roll, and I'm just kind of kitty cornering different ones I like, grabbing over here from my stack. Okay, just fun stuff. And I really like using some of this on top too, and we're going to put it underneath, and just making sure I kind of take it, you know, it doesn't matter if it's going to go over the edge because you're going to end up cutting it at some point anyway, but I like to kind of pull it a little bit over the edge of this piece of linen, or muslin, I mean. And I'm going to sit it here, and I'm going to bring it up a little ways because I want to do an initial back stitch, okay? And I'm just using a straight stitch to do this. And we're gonna go ahead and push and kind of gather that, and that's how I'm using this thing. And I got that trick from Dragana. She was using a look like a pokey tool, and I can't find my little skinny ones. The only one I have is a bigger piece, and it's not working for me, so I grabbed one of these because it worked. So now what I do is I'm gonna take and start a new layer before that other layer ends, and so it just looks like it's a continued piece of gathered material. And I'm pulling in some, let's see, I've got some of this little brown and beige silk from a scarf. You can use anything to do this, I mean, just as long as you like it, you know. I already have a piece of that, so I think I'll use some of it's buried over here because I made that first video and it was pretty funny, and I was so upset I had to throw it away, but I was like, there's no way I'm gonna put that one up. It's just not happening. It was too bad. It's too bad. I totally screwed it up by sewing that one side. You know, it can be just one thing, and like I said, I'm brand new to this and so I'm learning. I've never done closures this way, so anyway, here we go. So I just keep going, keep pressing it under. Now this one, because it's kind of pushing up like that, I want to make sure it lays down before I go any further. And so I'm going to push that up again, gather that material without also, by the way, without pushing up your, you don't want to gather your base into what you're doing, okay? That would be something I would do. And that's why I'm mentioning it, you know, just so you know. Because that is totally something I would do. So I'm holding my base down to make sure that it does not get picked up. Okay. Grab some more material. Push that under. Now when we're done with this part of it, and I've gotten, you know, the snippet roll pretty much done, what I'm going to do is I will show you, kind of talk you through what I did for the snippet roll closure, so you can at least see. I'm not going to actually do it. I'm just going to kind of show you guys and talk about it. If you have any, that way if anybody has any questions, you know, about it, then you'll at least kind of have an idea of what it entailed. Okay. Sorry, I just don't feel accomplished enough yet to actually make it on camera. I was hoping, I was getting adventurous, but this I can do. I'm pretty sure this part I can do. Go ahead and start another section. And just pick your material that you want. It's fun. It's kind of random and cool. You don't have to do it like I'm doing it. You can do any color. You know, you can do anything you want. You're artists. You guys know. You know the rules. There are none. That's what we like. It's just free to express ourselves. Me, I love this random, grungy kind of, you know, fun look. And so when I saw her do this, I was like, oh, that is for me. That right there, I love it. You know, I got to practice it enough to be able to show you guys on camera and do it correctly. You know, you can't, it's not the embarrassed part, because I'll make a fool of myself for you guys, but it's the part of just being the timing, you know, getting the timing down, also getting my video editing down. That's an important factor. Now, I like these little ruffles sewn on top. I think they're pretty cute. I made these a long time ago. I've just got them in my stash. You know, a lot of the stuff you can use is just whatever you have. I made my pieces only because I didn't have a ton of fabric scrap that I could use. And so, yeah, I thought, well, I'll just make them. I'll make me some quarters and stuff, and that'll be what I do. And so I sat down and I just cut them in pieces, and you know what I did last night before I went to bed. I made piles of fabric for me to use for this video. My husband picked this cloth, and he said it looks like, and it reminds him of an old bedspread or a sheet or a pillowcase, and I was like, yeah, you're right, it does. He's got pretty good taste though, because he also chose this one with it, and I love that material personally. It's one of my favorites. Now I'm going to throw, let's see if I have another piece. I'm going to throw another little piece of this in here. I love this stuff. It's so cute. Looks so pretty on things. Okay. Start that gathering here. Pressing it in. Make sure my base is staying where I want it. Oh, whoops. Did you see that? Gotta be careful. Be careful, Tara. I say it almost every video. Clumsy. It's better than doing it to my finger though, right? I'm figuring it's way better than doing it to my finger. I don't want that one there. It's already been in the last one. But I've been trying to be pretty random. I mean, and you know, put things kind of equally disperse them, but also be random at the same time, because I don't want the same thing in every section. You know what I mean? These can't be. They got to be random, fun. We'll use one of these this time. I love that material. It's like ocean. I think, in fact, I like it so much, I'll put it on top, put this underneath. I love it. And then I'm going to do, I've got this little, oh, this is a pretty one. I did this for my blue journal, and this is just a piece of it that's left over. It's a double ruffle, and then it's got, well, it's actually triple, because it's got lace, and then it has dark blue cheesecloth, and then lace again. And I really liked making that one. That was fun. You know, in fact, I might bring that down a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get it gathered. And if anybody has like a way better way of doing all of this, feel free to let me know, because I'm, like I said, still learning, always wanting to learn, always wanting to grow. And if another idea is better for me, I mean, maybe, you know, I do it like this because this is what I have found is easiest for me. Maybe something will be better and easier for you. And the people that are listening, if you've got comments about something that you know is a better way, please put it out there, because people appreciate being, or people appreciate getting new ideas, you know, and we all have different ways of doing stuff. So if my way is good for you, that's great. And if it's not, and you find somebody commented and you like their idea better, then that's awesome too. Seriously, because we're just here to learn together, grow together, and enjoy one another's company. So yeah, if you have a better way of doing this, please let us know, because I'm sure everybody would like to know about it. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead, and at this point I'm going to fit this in, because I want it here somewhere, but I also want there to be material underneath it, is why I didn't put it by itself. It's thick and it's nice, but I don't think that it would maintain the whole section alone. So kind of stuck it in such a way that it would be between other things, but yet a part of each section, because I don't want it to totally cover up the material it's with, but at the same time I don't want it by itself. Am I rambling or making sense? I hope I'm making sense. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get it gathered. Okay, start the gathering. Got to straighten it out a little bit, because it's a ruffle of itself. It's very curly Q and all over the place, you know. Now when she did her the initial video, and I will link that video with this one because it is a great video, and I think if you really want to learn how to make them, you should watch Dragana do it. She's awesome. Little sweetheart, soft-spoken, beautiful girl. And she will teach you the best way to do the closure portion of this, okay? So I will link it in the notes below. But what I was going to say was that when she was doing it, she took hers and she laid out everything first, and then she took a box and put it upside down and in the front of her machine, so that the whole piece would lay flat with everything on it, and then she could just feed it into the machine. And that was much quicker for her, and it would be for me too. However, I don't have the space in front of me, actually on my desk, unfortunately, to do that. Otherwise I would be doing it that way. So if you have that kind of room where you can lay out like a box on its back, so it's the bottom and it's flat, then you can lay this on it, and that is a really nice way to feed that in there without having to do it piece by piece. Like I'm piecemealing it together right now, and that's, you know, it's a little bit more time consuming, but that's the way I have to do it, so I apologize. I'm going to put a little piece of this ruffle in this section now. And this is that material. I made ruffles out of those little like linen type cotton towels I told you about that I got at Walmart. If you were listening to one of my videos, I mentioned it. Oh, I think it's the one where the junk journal series that I started. Yeah, they're really handy. You can coffee dye them, and they look so antique and vintage for you, and they're cheap. You can get like 5 in a package for under $10. They're under, actually they used to be 5. I think now they're something like, oh, I want to say $6.98 or something, since Walmart's kind of gone up on their prices. But yeah, very cool stuff. Okay, so we're going to start another section. Just gonna grab me some of my faves over here. Okay. A piece of this. I like this stuff actually. I'm gonna put it on top. Sit it here. Yeah. Okay. I don't want that string to get sewn down with it sticking up like that, so there we go. Okay. Okay. I'm wondering how much of my base I'm going to find gathered up underneath and sewn in the wrong way, or if I did it okay. After telling you guys I do the stuff like that. It's the truth. It is. It's the truth. Like I would push it underneath accidentally. Here, I'm going to grab real quick out of my basket here. I have a little bit more of this, and I want some of this stuff here. I like it. I want some more of that on here. So I just take it. It's a trim that I got from Hobby Lobby. I love. It's kind of a gold. And as you can see, and it just, I don't know, gives it a nice look on the top of the material. So go ahead and do another piece of that. Let's see. Okay, and then I'll put that. There we go. All right. Gathering time. I hope this isn't too boring for you. I had a friend on here tell me that she loves to do snippet rolls and stuff, and so I thought, well, that was a snippet roll closure, and that was what inspired me, so that would be perfect for, you know, I don't have to do the whole closure. I can just do the snippet roll and let it be, you know, or inspire me this week. This one's not wanting to push up. I have to do it with my hands. There we go. When I make ruffles, in fact, I actually use my hands and I just ruffle the material up under like that. There we go, I got it. I just needed to move it the right way. Okay. But yeah, this will be really pretty for lots of stuff, actually. I mean, you can trim pieces of it off and use it on your covers. You can use it, like I said before, as pockets. You can use it as little trims on the, you can even put it on a journal card, you know, or the front of a pocket inside the journal. I don't know. I use this kind of stuff for a lot of things, so it'll be handy to have it where I can just snip a piece of it off and go, you know. I like that. And then I figured any of the cloth I have left over, which I will have some, I was going to use for a I thought it'd be cute to use it for like a cloth on paper, what do you call it? Can't think. Collage. Yeah, collage. So that's what I was planning on doing with that. So we're almost done. We're almost to the end here. Okay, guys, I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. It's a little flared out everywhere. Now, if you are going to work with any type of cheesecloth doing ruffles and stuff, just know that it does do that whole tearing away really easy. If you do not want jaggedy, you know, strings coming off your stuff, don't use it, because you kind of can't control it from doing that when you're doing a sewing thing. I mean, at least from what I found, it's kind of going to do its own thing. So, okay, I'm going to do, it looks like I've only got probably 2 sections left, and we can pull this off and take a look at it and then decorate it, maybe do a little fun stuff with it. I do like to put some, you know, maybe some charms, maybe some words. That was something, that was where I got messed up. I was putting scripture, I did these. Here, I'll show you guys. I did these onto muslin. I just stamped them with some permanent ink. And when I went to sew them on, what I didn't realize was happening was underneath I was sewing the cloth together where it wasn't supposed to be together, and it ended up messing up the part that I was going to need open to sew the two sections together, like the base. You know, there was two pieces in the base that you were supposed to sew together, and I totally screwed it up. So I was like, okay, I can't fix it. There's no fixing that. So that's why I didn't show you that video. I wasn't being just being, you know, worried about what you guys think, because I really wasn't. It really messed it up. So I thought, okay, it's not going to be retrievable. It was, but it was something I had to stumble through to retrieve it. Do you know what I mean? Do you have those times when you have to really like mess around with stuff to get it to actually work, and take kind of some weird shortcuts that you wouldn't teach that to somebody? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not something I'm going to tutorial to you guys. Okay. Like I ended up with a piece of it sewn and part of it glued. That's what I'm talking about. That's trashy. That's just for me. I will end up using that. You know, I won't give it to anybody. It'll be something that I'll put on one of my own, you know, journals I use for myself or something. Because I do journal somewhat. Actually, I used to journal a lot. I haven't journaled as much in years gone past as I used to, but you never know. I might pick it back up again. It was something I did pretty much all my life before when I was younger. So, anybody else have like tons of notebooks and composition books and diaries and stuff that you know, from years gone by? I have some that are from my early 20s. I don't have any from childhood anymore, but I do have some that were from when I was really young with my late husband, and yeah, fun stuff to go back and look at. Sometimes not so much. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's good to revisit those years, right? This is coming out pretty nice, actually. And we are super close here to being done. Okay. I hope I've not bored you guys with this video. If you stuck with me, thank you so much for doing that. I know that this might not have been something that you even needed to learn. Maybe you already knew how to do all this. But I always enjoy snippet rolls and stuff, and so I thought, well, I'm gonna brave it anyway. There we go. We are right there, kids. Turn me another piece of my pretty. Okay. Oops, that's already right there. I don't want that on top. So if you're going to make one, what colors are you going to use? And if you did make one, what colors did you end up using? I grab that a lot. I love that material with the flowers on it. I keep pulling it in and I'm like, no, that's not right. Let's see. I'll do this coffee dyed lace. And I'll do one last little piece of this silk here. Should probably do it like that. And then oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to do this. This little guy right there. All right. Okay. We are right to the end here, so. And I'm going to back stitch. All right. bring this off, and we've got this part done. Okay, so I'm going to pause for just a second and move this machine out of my way so that we can look at it. Okay, I'll be right back. Hi guys, okay, I'm back. Here we go. Here is our snippet roll. I don't think it turned out too bad. I think it's pretty cute. See, we got... What do you think? How straight did I go? I went pretty straight. Yay! Yay, yay. So now, the difference in what I just did and the addition of what was done with this one here or this one here is that you take a second piece, okay, of your base that's the same size, all right? And at this point, oh, see, I did go up a little bit. I told you I would. I fudged that part. It's okay. Anyway, you take a piece of cord, okay, of elastic cord. What just happened? Is my video dying? My phone might be dying on me. There we go. I think my phone was dying. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so you take a elastic cord, okay, and you're gonna be attaching that. That's the difference. And then also you're gonna be sewing that base, okay, to it, and you're gonna be sewing a button at the other end. Now, I'm gonna, as I said, post her video, or put her video in the description box below, because I would really like for you guys to be able to see how she does those two steps, or and putting the base together and all that, and making it into an actual closure for your journal. Okay, but this is the snippet roll that we made today, and I think it turned out pretty cute. Now, what I want to do with it is take some little things and add to it, and I thought that would be kind of cute. A few charms, maybe some gems, just to give it a little more flair. So yeah, I've brought out some charms, some buttons. I don't know, if all of this will get used, or just some of it, but I just thought it might be a little bit fun to try and decorate it a little bit in different sections, and then that way, it kind of has a different look throughout. You can trim it off and use that section, So I have, let's see what I have here. I have these little charms right here. I think this is really cute. I have a lot of fun little brass charms. I love that brass look, and I always think it looks so antique, So now what I would use, of course, for me, the best thing is my hot glue. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a couple things on here. Just press it. Now, I was even thinking buttons would look really cute. Let's see. Actually, I kind of like that one. So I'm gonna do a little button here and there. Oopsie, stuck to my finger. Fun stuff. Hot glue. Get that out. It'll come out. No worries. Okay. Let's see. I saw a little, I only have one left. Now I know where I can get more. These came from Hobby Lobby, and I really, really, really love them. So let's see, where do I want to put this one? Looks... I will probably utilize this in such a way that I'll have various charms on different sections of it. So I don't know if I'll use these. These are little shell buttons I got. They're cute, but I'm not sure if I want them on here. I think I want to stick more with the brass and like the, you know, the jewels and stuff. I got this at Hobby Lobby as well. I was sticking toward the middle, but I was thinking I don't have to do that. I can put it anywhere on the cloth, right? So let's see. Okay. I'm getting a few of these down, and then I was gonna do, I was thinking that it'd be cute to do some of the keys, and I even have a few, little charmies in there that aren't keys. I'm grabbing this to take this little thing off here, my jump ring. This is actually for a necklace, but I don't know about you guys, but I use things that aren't necessarily for a particular thing on other stuff. That was a joke. I know we all do that. You know, you can use it any way you want, you know. Stuff looks good. That isn't necessarily for that particular task or that particular item or project. I cut my finger earlier and my Band-Aid keeps sticking on stuff. I've got I also coffee dyed some stuff this morning, so my fingers got brown, and I apologize, I forgot to put on gloves. I was only going in there to do a couple of things, but you know what, it was enough that the coffee dye still got me. That's all right. Let's see, we're gonna so you guys are getting the idea, I'm sure, what I'm doing here. Just kind of giving it a little bit more of a vintage feel. Oh, this is cute. Look, I'm probably not gonna put it on there, but that's a little bicycle. Let's see, just to give it a little, you know, little extra flair of the vintage. Now this is a nice little key, and it's got a place for me to put the glue, so I'm using it. Let's sit that right there. I love keys. I have tons, as you can probably see here in my little thing. I've got tons of keys. Does anybody else like to get like the little brass keys, little charms? I just think they're fun. I used to play with keys as a kid. I would take my grandma's keys, and she was always looking for them because I was always playing with them. I know all kids do that, but I never lost that liking for them. I always, my eyes are drawn to them. I don't know why. Here's something kind of cool I think I'll put on here. It's a tree of life. And I like that. That'll look nice. And I'm going to even trim this part off, okay? And so that it's not jaggedy, because I know people are probably wondering, will it be sharp? What I do is I grab a file and I file it down so it's smooth, okay? That's how I deal with that, because yes, it would be sharp, and I don't want anybody to get hurt, so I'm putting that one down toward this end here. I'll show you. Stick it here on this piece of material. Okay, and these are like, some of these are what do you call them when you open them? I can't think what they're called anyway. they're those for your necklaces. You know. To put photos in. Somebody give me the word. I'll think of it after the video's over. Be like, you dork. It was just right there on the tip of your tongue. A locket. Somebody sent me the thought. That was very kind of you. Thank you. No. I would have eventually gotten it. Now, I've already done that one. I probably shouldn't do that one. Let's see. I don't want to do anything too blingy or too, you know, modern looking. I want it to kind of stay subtle and kind of toned down. So I'll probably just do some more charms. Let's see. If I can find. I have a real key in there as well, in my little box here. I just saw it. I don't have any idea what it goes to. I always feel weird about throwing away keys. Do you guys ever feel weird about that? When I find random keys, I'm like, this goes to something. I'm not sure what, and I don't know how old it is, so I'm not sure if I even still have, you know, what it goes to. And so I tend to keep them for a while until I know for a fact they're not coming back. You know, nothing I have goes with them, and they're not coming back. Kind of like, I do that with earrings too. I will, if I lose an earring or I have just one of something, I'll keep it for a really long time. Because I've actually had it happen where later on down the road, I have found that earring, and I've been like, oh my gosh, see, I did have it. I knew I had it. And so yeah, it's been worth hanging on to it. I have found them before. Yeah. So our little snippet roll is kind of getting a little cuter. Let's see, what do we have inside the jar here? Let's see. We got some little tiny guys. I don't really want anything with writing on it. Ouch, I just grazed that gun, dang it, that hurt. That's a cute one. That's an anchor. I have so many buttons. I collected them this last year, just little by little by little I started. And now I have kind of got a huge amount. I have jars. I think I showed you in my tour of my craft room video. I have jars full in my drawer over here. But I like them. When I need them, they're there, you know what I mean? And I always have a good selection to kind of choose from, which is nice. I'm sure there are those out there that are button collectors, not just me. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is cute. Now, I've never done it quite like this. Did all these little charms on here on something like this. I think I like it. I put another key on this end, right over here. So, what is everybody up to this week on your crafting? What are you doing? I want to know what you're working on. Are you going to do this snippet roll? Are you going to watch the video and check out how to make the whole closure? I'm so sorry I let you down and I couldn't do the closure video. I just felt like I needed to have a little more practice myself. Oh, look, princess. We'll put that on here. That'll be cute, right? I just felt like I needed a little more practice before I try to take on something that I just barely learned to do, and that is, you know, very detailed. It's extremely detailed. So, you know, you need to be able to explain everything correctly, and I'm just not there yet. I'm sorry. My sewing is not that good yet. I think I saw one in here with a heart somewhere. Now, oh, here we go. This is cute. Look, it's got a little heart with a key. So we'll put him over here. let's see. I'll put him down here. Actually, I think I may have this from the perspective that you guys are at. I may have everything on here I need. Let me check. Wait. I'm going to stand up. Sometimes it's just so much easier to see the whole picture when you look down at it. What do you guys think? I think we're good, because see, I'll be probably just cutting it in sections to use it, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be super crowded either, so I think that's it. I think we're good to go today, and I hope you spent this day, or I hope you spent the whole video with me, and if you did, thank you so much for sticking with me, and I hope you enjoyed making this snippet strip and that you like it. And if you make one, I sure would love to know, and I know how it went. Did you have fun? And I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.